What do you find the hardest part about like trying to get out of negative thinking?
Well, I've got a couple ideas when it comes to that. Because it's like two sides to the coin, in my opinion. You've got the necessary feeling of negativity because it makes you grow, and you've got the addiction to feeling some sort of like dopamine from it. Because this is kind of more me than other people. Or like people with ADHD tend to draw to negativity because it releases dopamine. So like, do you know what I mean? So if you've had a negative life, you kind of end up putting yourself back in them scenarios to be upset because you get a dopamine release from it instead of serotonin and all that shit. But yeah, it's like long story short, it's like don't fall in that trap. Like, and you need to realize being sad ain't bad. Do you know what I mean? Like it ain't that deep to be feeling negative. Just don't continuously go back to it. Otherwise, you're just gonna create a vicious cycle where something like that negativity that could have been positive is now just pure negativity. Oh, what the fuck was that? So just someone dropped something in the background.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my opinion.
For me, the thing that I actually struggle with it is that the hard part of me thinking negative is that I can barely tell if it's actually me like being logical or just me thinking negatively, because like for example, like if I feel like I'm about to be robbed and I'm walking in a dark alley, like that's fair enough. Like, because me thinking positive in that situation is not going to stop the fucking cunt who's going to want to take my wallet or whatever in that dark alley. But if I'm like feeling self-conscious because like I have like, I don't know, because Becky just said to me is like, oh, hi, and instead of like her usual norm thinking, I just all of a sudden I think she hates me or whatever, then that's just retarded, I think.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah, no, I do agree with that.
yeah, it's like it's hard to tell if that's just you being logical or that's just you just being negative. Because a lot of time, like what you think is actually logical, even though it seems negative, some of the times it is logical. It's like, oh yeah, let me ride a motorcycle. I won't die if I break the laws. I'm a driver. If you do that, then you're just being stupid. But if you go like, okay, yeah, I'll follow the rules because riding a motorcycle is dangerous, then that's logical. So it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I understand.
Like gratitude journaling does help to not think negatively, and especially on those situations when you literally don't need to think negatively, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's nice. I agree with that, actually. You've got a good point there. A lot of people, including myself, you kind of just don't take the time to think about that until like you're in a situation where you're fucking it feels like everything's going on at once. Do you know what I mean? When you're like really stressed, really depressed.
Yeah.
That's why I'm hoping that other people can start, like they'll come across the channel and be like, oh, these guys are talking about self-reflection, thinking, gratitude journaling, meditating. God, maybe I'll give these things a shot. I don't want people just getting trapped in that negativity, because too many people do, including myself. I've been there. Like, you start thinking it's sometimes logical when it ain't, and then when it is logical, you think it ain't. You've got to evaluate how you're feeling, take that out of the equation, and look at the logic within how you're feeling. So ignore the emotions, but still not ignore them, but like pay attention to how you're feeling. Like, oh, I'm feeling shit, but why am I feeling shit? What exactly is making me think this way? Oh, is it because fucking Becky replied a bit shit this morning and it's making me second guess stuff? Okay, if that's the case, that's on me. That ain't really on anyone else. But then if it's like, oh no, your dad died, you're like, what? Do you know what I mean? It's alright to feel negative in certain situations. Just don't let that make or break your mentality. Otherwise, you're just gonna be in a vicious cycle.
100%. Because I don't know. I used to be negative about everything. I'll be like negative about the most retarded shit. Bro. It'll be like oh man, this cup doesn't look cool, therefore I won't use it. It's stupid. I'm like, and then like me looking at back my past stuff, I'm like, bro, it's a fucking cup, bro. What do you want? Like, now I can just be grateful for like the family I actually have, and I can actually spend moments with them, rather than just me being pissed off with like my brother because he didn't put like, I don't know, the socks away when he had a shower. Like at the end of the day, it's socks are put in a basket. It takes 10 seconds. Yeah,
it's a good way to think about things, man.
Because
I tried doing the same things as a kid. Like, I'll do dumb things. Like, it's like I still do it now. Do you know what I mean? With like certain things, like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of an example. Like, I guess women is an example. Obviously, it's a matter of standard, but still, like, you'd see one thing wrong with a girl or like a person, you're like, nah, people are dumb anyway. Like, no one's perfect and life ain't perfect, so you've got to just count the wins that you can and move positively instead of like nitpicking everything and being like, oh, this ain't right, oh, that ain't right, oh, this ain't. If you're looking for what ain't right, that's all you're gonna see. If you're looking for what's right, then that's all you're gonna see. Do you know what I mean? Like, your mind's a very powerful tool. It will make or break you depending on the way you think.
100%. Like the way I think of things is like, how do I even think of it, bro? My brain's pulling a blank right now. Like, I feel like there's like being logical and there's being negative. I already said this point, but like I'm saying it again because it is true. Like, you could be like so trapped in the negativity that you even view positive things as negative. So be like, oh, it's my birthday. Well, guess what? They won't celebrate it like they used to. Oh, it's Christmas coming. It won't be the same as my childhood's. Oh, Easter's coming. I can't eat chocolate because it'll make me fat. You know what I mean? Like even like the positive things that could be coming up. And if you're trapped in that negative state, you just view everything as a negative. It'll even make good things bittersweet. And that's your own brain doing it. That's not like fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there ain't no outside reason for that. You're just doing it to yourself for the sake of doing it. That's
Yeah.
what I was trying to say with like people getting caught in the same mindset. You're just gonna fucking end up fucking yourself over, just basically continuously upsetting yourself and continuously changing positives into negatives, negatives into bigger negatives. And you just get caught in a cycle where you just get depressed, stressed, won't get anywhere, and then because you're not getting anywhere, it's gonna create the situation to be even worse. It's going to keep going in circles. You need to try and break that cycle, but not a lot of people want to put in thought process because it's painful. Because you have to, one, take accountability, two, genuinely think about things and try and understand them instead of you got to try and change the situation.
Exactly. Like it's so easy to view a negative as just a negative and that's it. Than to be grateful for that negative thing to happen to you. And I know that sounds weird, but like sometimes you have to be grateful for negative things happening to you. Because like say you had like a shit situation with say you're doing customer service and you had a shit situation with a customer. You should be grateful for you had that experience. It's like, hey, I got an experience of a shit customer and I handled it okay. Instead of going like, oh, that guy's an absolute dickhead. You're like, you know what, that guy was like pretty angry and I actually handled it alright. I'm grateful for this experience because now I'm more qualified for the job I am at doing them, and I've got more experience from dealing with tough customers. You know what I mean? Yeah. Cool. And it was just ended there.